Create the recipe for success. The Time by Sagicor Bank is...
CVM News at 7 headlines Tuesday, courtesy of Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
Tonight on CVM News at 7, Public Accounts Committee to hold University Hospital CEO in contempt of Parliament. This after the UHWI boss failed to appear in Parliament after being formally summoned. Constable Andrew Wilson charged with murder after the shooting death of Latoya Bulgin in Granville St. James has now been granted bail. In the business report, President CEO of Scotia Group Jamaica addresses delisting concerns at financial results media briefing. And in sports, 2018 champions France get World Cup campaign off to electrifying start with win over Senegal.
Headlines Tuesday, courtesy of Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Auditor Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
CVM News at 7 Tuesday, brought to you by
KFC.
For the moments that are best enjoyed with your hands, KFC, it's finger licking good.
From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7 for Tuesday, June 16, 2026. I'm Nika Lewis. Thanks for joining us. There's a call this evening for the CEO of the University Hospital of the West Indies, UHWI, to be removed from office after failing to appear before Parliament's Public Accounts Committee, the PAC. Fitzgerald Mitchell was first invited, then later summoned to the PAC to answer questions arising from the Auditor General's report, which identified a series of procurement breaches at the institution. His failure to attend on both occasions has since been deemed contempt of Parliament. As you'll hear in this report, the PAC is now calling for stronger penalties under the Senate and the House of Representatives Powers and Privileges Act, arguing that such a serious offence should attract a serious sanction.
To understand why tensions boiled over earlier today, we have to go back to April. That's when Parliament's Public Accounts Committee, PAC, invited 3 senior figures from the University Hospital of the West Indies to appear before the committee as it reviewed the Auditor General's report, which flagged a series of procurement and managerial breaches at the institution. Those called were CEO Fitzgerald Mitchell, his immediate predecessor Kevin Allen, and former board chairman Wayne Chai-Chong. Allen and Chai-Chong have since appeared before the committee. Mitchell, however, has been a no-show. After failing to attend when first invited a few months ago, the PAC escalated the matter, issuing a formal summons for the CEO to appear today. And again, no CEO. The PAC members are especially taking issue with what they say is the CEO's failure to provide, whether in writing or through his attorney, an explanation for his absence.
This behavior of the CEO is outrageous and unacceptable. It is contemptuous of Parliament's role in giving oversight to the executive, and it cannot be allowed to stand. Or we're just wasting our time coming here to attend PAC and other standing committee meetings. This is absolutely vulgar. This person feels they can operate with impunity, clearly protected by the administration if they do nothing.
Because of his failure to appear before the PAC, Mr. Mitchell has been found to have committed an offence under the Senate and House of Representatives and Privilege Act and is now in contempt of Parliament. Notably, Sections 18A and 18B of the Act state that, quote, any person who disobeys any order made by either the House or a committee or a joint committee for attendance or for production of papers, books, documents, or records, unless such attendance or production be excused as herein after provided, or refuses to be examined before or to answer any lawful and relevant question put by either the House or a committee or a joint committee, unless such refusal be excused as herein before provided, shall be guilty of an offence and be liable to a fine of 200 Jamaican dollars. The PAC members advanced that this penalty is not enough and the legislation, which they say is outdated, needs to be reviewed.
Invitation issued, didn't come. Summons issued, don't come. Like on a nothing. Like we just sit down here as people who now have nothing to do. And we don't have a responsibility to ensure that there's good governance and accountability. It's wrong, and I reiterate what my colleagues have said, that a signal must be sent. Because it means that the next time we have a PAC and some public official don't feel like him want to come answer, he may say, all right, me just pay the $200 and go on, and everything good. Can't work, so. So that is something that we have to push for, an urgent update of that particular provision, because it can't be that a committee designed to ensure accountability, transparency, and good governance will have its work subverted simply because a public officer refuses to appear before it.
Meanwhile, one committee member is calling for the CEO to step down or be removed from office.
A public servant who is so contemptuous, I dare suggest should do the honorable thing and resign immediately from that post, or should be removed from that post by the authorities that have been duly constituted to do so. Anything short of that is a slap in the face.
Now, Mr. Mitchell, who has been with UHWI for more than 27 years, was appointed as CEO in 2024 following 2 years in an acting capacity. Amoy Harriet, CVM News.
In the meantime, PAC Chairman Julian Robinson says the committee can now confirm that the process used to recruit a new CEO for the UHWI a few years ago was far more extensive than first presented. Questions were first raised earlier this month after only a 2-paragraph summary was presented from the board's minutes, despite claims of an intensive selection process by former board chairman Wayne Chai Chung. Robinson says the PAC has now received a multi-page document containing detailed minutes of the selection process, which it says corroborates Chai Chung's account. And PAC member Peter Bunting criticized Eric Hosin, the then acting CEO, who submitted the 2-paragraph summary, saying it failed to capture the full extent of the process.
I'm a little surprised that the former CEO couldn't find anything, or the former acting CEO couldn't find anything more than the 2 paragraphs in those minutes, when we have here minutes, meeting after meeting after meeting, round robin, decisions, etc., which clearly support the submissions, the oral submissions from
the former
Chairman Chai Chung at the meeting.
When he came here. In fact, I was going to say I'd go further. If you read some of the documents, I think the former chairman made it clear in some of these meetings that this process had to be one that could stand the test of scrutiny and rigor. And I think I have seen it maybe once or twice where he said that. And certainly from the reading of what is before us, you know, they went through a very detailed process, the engagement of an external HR professional to do the initial screening, recruitment, the board, their very detailed minutes of the discussions related to the CEO. Some of them I would say are a little sensitive and maybe private, but very detailed discussions.
Meantime, a prosecution witness identified as fraud officer employed to the National Commercial Bank (NCB) testified on Tuesday about bank cards recovered during the investigation into the robbery and murder of Zamari McKay. This in the ongoing Clansman gang trial. Carla Ramdeen was in court.
The witness told the court that on April 25, 2023, he was contacted by a constable attached to CTOC. The witness said he retrieved a card reader before proceeding to the office. Upon arrival, the constable presented him with a stack of bank cards. The witness told the court that he identified only 2 of the cards as belonging to the National Commercial Bank (NCB). According to the witness, the remaining cards were blank white cards with no information embedded on them. He further testified that the 2 NCB cards did not appear to have been tampered with. The witness explained that he connected the card readers to his computer, tested it using his own card to ensure it was functioning properly, and then scanned the 2 NCB cards. The information stored on the cards subsequently appeared on his computer screen. In February 2026, he was served a subpoena in relation to the cards. As a result, he retrieved the account opening documents for the account holders from the bank's database, printed the records, and signed them. The information obtained revealed that one of the cards belonged to the accused Carlos Williams, while the other belonged to the deceased Zamari McKay. In previous testimony, a prosecution witness stated that McKay had been reported missing. Another witness, a policeman, previously told the court that McKay's body was discovered at a dump site along Lakespen Main Road. The officer had testified that the deceased was found lying face down with his feet bound with a white merino. Spent casings were observed around the body. In the meantime, the fraud officer also told the court that photographs of the account holders were also included in the account opening documents as part of the bank's standard account opening procedures. The prosecution then asked the witness to look around the court, but that line of questioning was abandoned. The men charged in relation to the incident are the accused Owen Billings, Jermaine Clark, and Carlos Williams. These charges are outlined in counts 28 and 29 of the 32-count indictment that allege their involvement in robbery with aggravation and the murder of Zamari McKay. Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
And Constable Andrew Wilson, charged in relation to the death of 45-year-old Latoya Bulgin in Granville, St. James, has been granted bail. This took place in the St. James Parish Court on Tuesday as witness documents have been submitted into evidence. We'll hear more from Crystal Williams.
Members of the Granville community are disgruntled as they learned that Constable Andrew Wilson, the officer charged with the murder of 45-year-old Latoya Bulgin, otherwise called Buju, was granted bail.
We feel really, really disappointed. Or just get bail, so I find out other civilians in no, sir, we're disappointed. We don't feel that this a deal with fear enough.
Them not have no evidence in Noel. And them have every evidence in Buju case. So why them give this a man Andrew Wilson, but them could have give that the man the bail?
One of the attorneys representing Constable Wilson is Michael Hemmings. He says the chief document presented in court was related to a civilian witness.
So our client appeared in court this morning. The matter was set for mention for several outstanding documents for the court to be informed whether or not those documents are now present. Chief among them was a document as it relates to a civilian witness. That document came to court this morning, and other documents remain outstanding in the matter.
He says the bail application was renewed on Tuesday morning.
He was offered bail in the sum of $1 million with surety, and reporting conditions were attached, and he is to surrender his travel documents, and his stop order was put in place. Myself and Mr. Champagne will act within our instructions to represent our client to the best of our ability and to afford him any defense that is available to him in law.
The matter returns to court on July 10. Crystal Williams reporting for CVM News.
CVM News at 7 continues in a moment.
For the moments that are best enjoyed with your hands, enjoy them with a KFC Big Deal or Big Bucket. KFC, it's finger licking.
This football season, don't just watch the action, be part of it. With Chris and Charles Score Big Loan Promotion, upgrade your TV, plan that trip, or handle what matters most, fast and easy. And here's the best part. Every loan gives you a chance to win one of 3 58-inch smart 4K TVs. So while your favorite team scores on the field, you could be scoring big too. Promotion runs May 11 to July 20, 2026. Visit any branch or Chris and Charles for details. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Score big this football season on and off the field.
Hi, I am Kendi Pangat.
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan.
Watagwan. Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Datagwan for Watagwan.
Thanks so much for staying with us. The Ascot High School community in Portmore continues to mourn the loss of 35-year-old PE teacher Rashane Beckford. CVM News understands classes were suspended on Friday and Monday. Principal Chanel Talbert told our news team that staff, students, and other stakeholders are receiving emotional and psychosocial support. He says they are trying to process their grief as best as they possibly can.
We are providing counseling for those who are more devastated than others. We have already done our staff. We also have been trying to provide support for students, and we will continue with the help of the other stakeholders and partners to provide the support as we go along, because this loss has been a very difficult and devastating one. So it is very shocking, and we really, with God's help, hope to be able to move on, as I know Mr. Beckford would want us to do.
Still on crime, charges have not yet been laid against a 15-year-old student who was taken into police custody following a dispute near the Port Antonio bus park that left one man dead on Monday afternoon. That's according to the Constabulary Communications Network, CCN. Reports are that around 4 p.m. yesterday, an altercation broke out among a group of schoolboys who were gambling behind a sanitary facility. 3 of the boys allegedly left the scene and returned with 3 adults, including the deceased, identified as Jeremy Tarzan Ferguson. It said the group attacked the 15-year-old student who used a knife to stab Ferguson. Ferguson succumbed to his injuries while at hospital. Jamaicans living overseas are being encouraged to play a greater role in national development by investing in businesses, infrastructure, and innovation instead of solely focusing on remittances. The call came during the 11th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference in Montego Bay, St. James, where government officials highlighted the need for deeper economic partnerships between Jamaica and its overseas nationals.
Government officials say remittances remain important, but greater diaspora investment will be needed to drive long-term growth. State Minister in the Industry, Investment and Commerce Ministry, Delano Sivright, made the appeal while addressing delegates at the 11th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference 2026.
Every Jamaican should aspire to own a meaningful piece of this country. Land, property, a factory, a warehouse, shares on the stock exchange, technology companies, farms, tourism assets, Airbnbs, whatever it is. Whatever fits your means and your ambitions. We want to see more ownership, we want to see more generational wealth developed, and we want more economic participation by the diaspora.
Sivright says Jamaicans overseas can contribute through investments in areas such as tourism, technology, and housing. He argued that stronger diaspora partnerships can help create jobs and boost economic resilience.
Do not wait until everybody else tells you Jamaica is a place to invest. By then, you may be too late. Come home, invest, partner, build, own. Because the next chapter of Jamaica's story is being written right now, and many Jamaicans, whether at home or abroad, should have a stake in it.
The state minister also stressed that Jamaica's development goals cannot be achieved by government alone, noting that the diaspora has the resources, expertise, and global networks needed to support national growth.
If you have been thinking about buying that piece of land, investing in that business, partnering in that development, building that warehouse, starting that modern farm, opening that business operation, or returning home, now is the time to start moving.
Crystal Williams, CVM News.
The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, the KSAMC, is cracking down on structures that violate the city's regulations. The operation is part of an ongoing effort to address breaches and maintain order. The municipal authority says it is seeking to send a clear message that municipal boundaries and environmental protections must be respected. More in this report.
The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation moved against a breach along a protected gully reserve behind 84 Patrick Drive. A gully reserve is a designated, legally protected strip of land running alongside a natural or artificial water drainage channel where development, construction, and agriculture are strictly prohibited. City engineer at the KSAMC, Xavier Chavan, and the city inspector, Alric Francis, served a strict 14-day removal notice to the occupant, ordering that the unauthorized signature be removed. Officials warn that failure to comply within the 2-week window will trigger further action.
So we're also here as a joint team to carry out our enforcement activities under the Building Act. So we have an illegal structure that is here, along with a hoarding that limits, prevent ease of access along the gully reservation. The stop notice was served, and we also will serve an enforcement notice requiring the occupier 14 days to make good the space and to dismantle all erection of structure that was put up.
And failure to comply will be taken further action.
Mr. Chavan is reminding members of the public that gully reserves should be free from any impediment as they are used to maintain the gullies.
Safety hazard, gully reserve should be kept free from any impediments, and operators of this facility will put themselves at risk in the event that the water overflows banks. So it's not wise to encroach on the gully reserve, because it is also used as a means to maintain the gully. So we'll urge persons who encroach on gully banks and other areas along drain banks to desist.
Meanwhile, City Inspector Francis is also urging residents to abide by the rules and regulations that govern the municipality.
So this is an appeal to all the residents of Kingston and St. Andrew for us to abide by the laws and regulations that govern how we exist within the municipality. We can't just go around and do erection on roadside, sidewalk, or even gully reserve, because it is there for a reason. The gully reserve is here for a reason. The roadside and sidewalk is here for a reason, and so we are here to ensure that the purpose is maintained.
Kevin Black for CVM News.
This week, we take tech to the Football World Cup with the goal of getting a closer look at how the organizers got tech in the play. It's more than just the video assistant referee, VAR, but just how tech transforms the entire experience as we wave our flags. So welcome to Tech Pulse. This week, we're kicking things off with the tech behind the 2026 football feature event dubbed the greatest show on earth. From the stadiums of Seattle to living rooms worldwide, technology is transforming the World Cup experience. Artificial intelligence is now fueling match predictions, crunching millions of data points from player stamina to tactical shifts, giving fans and analysts sharper insights than ever before. And powering much of this innovation are the tech inserts from Lenovo, title sponsors of the games, showcasing how cutting-edge AI and hardware are fueling the future of football.
From helping fans find their seats to
to giving teams new tools to prepare, and it's powered by Lenovo AI. Our story starts here, inside Lenovo offices, where a different kind of team is preparing for the World Cup. Before the tournament even begins, players step into this ring of cameras, and in about 6 seconds it captures thousands of measurements and builds a precise 3D digital version of the player. If you've ever yelled at your TV about an offside call, you're not alone. These 3D avatars give fans more context, so you can see replays accurate to each player's actual dimensions.
It's much more realistic having the real avatars of the players in the 3D replay on broadcasting, and this will also help to better understand what happened in certain situations.
There's referee assistive technology and more.
FIFA AI Pro. It's an AI tool that lets teams explore the mountain of data behind the game.
Football AI Pro will be a game changer for this World Cup. It can unlock new information, new insights, and this all will help to take decisions faster and more informed. Everything from tactics to how the team performed, and also to compare to other teams, you can ask and get this information immediately.
It pulls from millions of data points and more than 2,000 performance metrics, turning all that information into answers coaches and players can actually use.
But AI isn't just about the pitch. In Jamaica, a new sensation called Idea, stealing hearts.
Hey, Idea, can you tell me a joke?
Sure, here you go. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
The teddy bear with built-in AI talkback features. It chats, learns, and responds, becoming both a playful companion and a smart assistant.
Oh, it's so cute. It's like a real-life teddy bear.
The rave around Idea shows how AI is being woven into everyday life, from cuddly toys to global sports forecasting. So, tech isn't just part of the family, it's powering the game.
My top 3 picks are: 1. Spain, they look the most complete right now, with strong control in midfield and a balanced squad. They also seem to have the best mix of talent and momentum. 2. France, always dangerous in big tournaments, and they've got elite match winners who can decide games by themselves. If they stay healthy, they can beat anyone. 3. England, deep squad, lots of attacking talent, and they usually have the quality to go far. The big question is whether they can put it all together in the knockout rounds.
And who's her favorite?
If I had to pick one winner from those 3, I'd lean Spain.
Big up yourself, Idea.
This is Tech Pulse, and remember, the future is now. There are major concerns tonight as news surfaced on Tuesday that the government of Jamaica is in ongoing talks with the United States of America regarding a controversial third country nationals TCN agreement, which would see several non-Jamaican deportees being transported through the island. Natasha Williams has the details.
Dr. Horace Chang has confirmed that the discussions are underway with Jamaica and the United States of America concerning a third country nationals TCNS agreement. This memorandum of understanding will see Jamaica facilitating the structured migration of non-national deportees to their home countries. However, this alarming revelation has left many with questions that Dr. Chang sought to address in Tuesday's media statement. The National Security Minister sought to reassure the nation that all safety protocols are being considered. The release states, quote, "It was not an automatic acceptance of any proposal, and Jamaica's technical teams are engaged in detailed discussions with their United States counterpart to ensure that the framework included the necessary safeguards and protections for Jamaica," end quote. However, opposition spokesperson on foreign, regional and diaspora affairs, Senator Don Governor Scott Motley is calling on the government to urgently clarify the reports. In a release issued on Tuesday, Scott Motley stressed that though the country is always prepared to work with other nations, the reports have generated significant public concern and raise important questions that the government has a responsibility to answer.
I reaffirm my commitment to promoting policies and initiatives that deepen the relationship between Jamaica and its global community. The challenges we face are significant, but so too is the potential that exists when Jamaicans at home and abroad work together in pursuit of a common purpose.
The opposition spokesperson says the government must address the matter with dispatch. Dr. Chang has, however, indicated that the risks were carefully considered and balanced against the responsibility to protect Jamaica's interests. He stressed that this is an MOU and not a binding agreement and does not come into effect until the completion of agreed pre-implementation, including the finalization of operational guidelines and procedures. Natasha Williams, CVM News.
Stay with us for more CVM News at 7 after these.
For the moments that are best enjoyed with your hands, enjoy them with a KFC Big Deal or Big Bucket. KFC, it's finger licking good. The time by KFC is
7:30. Tell me, what make you feel good? Is it the sunshine on your face or a fresh, healthy start to your day? Start it right with Sunshine Cereal's Feel Good Multigrain Flakes. Choose your vibe. Oats and rice, plain or with cranberries and raisins. Wheat oat and rice, plain or with blueberries. Get yours today. Sunshine Cereal's Feel Good Multigrain Flakes. Feel good, live good, taste good.
Notice how life nice when you eat good. Natural feed, fresh grass, no stress. Stress? I don't know her. They say happy cows make better milk. Well, just look how happy we are. And I'm sure you can taste the difference. So move to the best milk ever. True Milk.
For the moments that are best enjoyed with your hands, enjoy them with a KFC Big Deal or Big Bucket. KFC.
So glad you stayed. It's now time for the business report with Joel Crosskill.
Lots to share with you in the business report today, as the news proliferated that a major financial institution present on the island since 1889 and listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange for 60 of those years had announced the intention to conduct a share buyback and delist from the main market. Questions were raised regarding the rationale behind the decision, as well as the likely repercussions for the bank's operations on the island. During the Scotia Group Jamaica Limited's Q2 financial results media briefing, a number of those concerns were addressed directly by Audrey Tugwell Henry, President and CEO of Scotia Group Jamaica Limited.
Scotiabank reaffirms our commitment to Jamaica as we move towards privatizing Scotia Group Jamaica Limited. The Board of Directors of Scotia Group Jamaica Limited has entered into a definitive agreement with our majority shareholder Scotia Caribbean Holdings Limited to take SGL private, whereby, among other things, all of the issued and outstanding shares of SGJL that SCHL does not currently hold will be repurchased at a price of $61.50 in cash per share. Today, SCHL owns 71.78% of total shares of Scotia Group. Ladies and gentlemen, this transaction is aimed at enhancing capital and operational efficiency and Scotiabank's agility in responding to market opportunities.
Account holders were assured that the proposal would not impact their relationship with the bank. The Scotia Group Jamaica president and CEO suggested the development forms part of a broader global strategy.
Recall in December of 2023, our global CEO, Scott Thompson, when he delivered the enterprise strategy to the market at Investor Day, he spoke about the priority for capital allocation and for focus for growth. And the order of priority was Canada first, the USA, Mexico, and the English Caribbean. Scotiabank has continued to fulfill that promise with significant investments in the operations of the business. As you all know, and we are very, very proud, Jamaica is the flagship country within our region. Scotiabank has never left Jamaica over those 137 years. We have never changed our name. We have never sold off any parts of the business. We have never been bought or exchanged. So our commitment to Jamaica has been strong.
During the Q&A, the Scotia Group Jamaica head was asked whether or not the decision had any bearing on Scotia's confidence in Jamaica.
We're very optimistic about the economic outlook for the country. We want to congratulate the government of Jamaica for the work that they've been doing in handling the post-Hurricane Melissa period and maintaining stability in the economy. We know that there has been obviously some GDP impact, but with the regulation supporting NARA, the establishment of NARA, and the focus on rebuilding, we believe that the future of Jamaica continues to be bright.
The Scotia Group reported net income of $10.1 billion for the half year ending April 30, 2026. Its asset base also expanded by $80.3 billion, or 10.5% to $843.9 billion, with the board of directors also approving a dividend of 45 cents per stock unit in respect of the second quarter. Scotiabank has been among the most consistent dividend-paying stocks on the JSE, enjoyed by individual shareholders as well as pension funds.
Obviously, this is almost a 500 million Canadian financial direct investment into the economy. So we believe that given our strength as a financial services group, we'll be able to help our shareholders to look at other deployment, other opportunities to deploy the liquidity that will come their way. We're very confident that we can do that. Our parent share is traded on both the Toronto and the US Stock Exchange. So there are many options for further investments. We believe that the injection of capital is going to be very positive for our country and that the timing of this investment is very, very relevant and very appropriate.
And that was your business report.
Let's now turn to regional and international news.
We begin with news in the region. A 20-year-old from St. Lucia is now a world record holder in marine tourism, and he's proving the blue economy is more than just a buzzword. DBS TV tells us more.
21-year-old Jamil Leos of Sea Life Paradise has officially become the youngest certified Sea Trek training coordinator in the world. Sea Trek is one of the world's largest